This is a quick demo of the Zoho Forms submission, review, and approval process that we've initially set up for RXQ compounding. Step 1, the submission of a form. We have the IT assistance request form, and we're going to enter this form. This form can be embedded on a website, or it can be accessed through Zoho Forms. So we're going to give the change request a title. Might be descriptive. Then we'll walk through a few of the options, type of change, some details, we can provide file upload options if we want to get screenshots. There might be spreadsheets or other CSV files or something that we want to use as an example. We can put in the date requested. It automatically shows up as the date that this form is being submitted and the date that we want it, the change desired to be set at, our reason for the request, and then the name of the person making the request. At this point, the user submitting the form can only see this information. There's more information that will be captured later by other reviewers and approvers. They hit the submit button, and that's the end of this first step. After the form is submitted, 2 emails go out. One goes to the manager. This is something, a role that is set up within Zoho Forms, and their email message will look like this. There will be a link that when they click it will take them directly to the form that they need to review. They will need to log in with their email address and password. Separately, the Quality Assistance Manager will receive an email that looks something like this. It will have the initial information submitted from the form, as well as a PDF copy of the full form as well. In step 2, the manager will review the submission and act on it. And in this case, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to open a new browser window. The manager would be able to simply click on the link. So I'm going to log in to Zoho. This takes me to Zoho Forms, and at this point, if I go to Approvals, I can see each of the approvals sections waiting for me. Clicking on this will take me into the item by item. There might be multiple requests waiting for me. In that case, there would be more than one listed here. Currently, there's just the one, and I'm going to hit Review. This pulls up a shorter version of the form and the fields submitted so far. I can see a number of details, plus I can see fields that weren't previously visible to the person that submitted the form, including what the QA folks will take a look at. As the manager, I can come in here and edit the form, adding my name. And if I want to be notified of future approvals by the QA team, I can put my own email address in here as well. Hit done, and then ultimately I can approve or deny this request and or provide a reason. The reason's optional. And my approval as a manager and my reason will be added to the history over here. Note this is the username associated with my Zoho account and email address from which I logged in to the system here. After this, additional emails will go out. There will be an email that will go to the original submitter telling them that their submission has been approved by a manager and forwarded to quality assurance in case they need to track what's going on. And then the quality assurance team will separately receive an email similar to what the manager saw, except for this will be their level of submission. Just to review, we've submitted the form, the manager has reviewed it, and now it will be for the quality assurance team to wrap things up with the last step next. At the end of the last step, we saw that the quality assurance person receives an email with another link, and we're going to open this in a browser. And the quality assurance person will need to log in, go to approvals again, first time for them. And at this point, they'll see items to review. In this case, there happens to be 2 items in there, the one that we created from our previous demo and a different one from one of my earlier tests. So we'll come in, and again, they'll be able to review the information. They can click the edit option, enter their name, pick a date. We have a field here for type of change. This is something we've yet to identify what is going to be needed here. They can pick one or multiple currently that might change after this video is made. Identify the level of urgency, the effort to implement, maybe the hours that will be required, when they think it might be able to be deployed. This is all. And then we have a couple different request status fields in here that are also in flux. We have a series of drop-down items here. They could check this as approved, needing to schedule if they want to give it a status. This isn't the actual approval. You'll notice that's over here in green and red from a systems perspective in terms of the forms and the approval process. But in terms of us gathering the information that we need, we might need more. And so they've got some options here. We will probably lose this last item, which is the request status open or closed. When I say lose it, that's another item that we'll probably edit out of here. And at this point, if they're ready, they can type in a reason. Hit approve. And again, their information will be captured, their comment, as well as their Zoho username and the date and timestamp for when they made that approval. Once approval is made, this can only be reversed by an admin or a super admin.